Good morning, students. So today we will learn the rest of the topics from our chapter living and non-living thing. So the first topic is life cycle. What is life cycle? All animals undergo various stages in their lives when they grow and change. This is called as life cycle. I'll show you a picture of a butterfly's life cycle in the next slide. Non-living things do not grow and reproduce, hence they don't show life cycle. This is a life cycle of a butterfly. So first of all, there is eggs. From egg, it will hatch as larva, that is caterpillar. After that, there will be pupa stage. After that, there will be adult butterfly. This is the adult stage of the butterfly. So this is a cyclical process. That's why we call it a life cycle. See, this is also a life cycle of a frog. This is egg, this is tadpole. After that, the tadpole is growing. See, it have 2 legs, then it has 4 legs. After that, froglet, then to the adult frog, then again it will hatch eggs. So this is the life cycle of a frog. Next one is living things move. All living things move. We go to school, play in the park, eat food and take a bath. Animals also move from one place to another in search of food, shelter and to escape from danger. Living things move. So movements in plant, we will see that plants also move. Though plants cannot move from place to place like we do, but they also show movement. Plants respond to changes in the environment or stimuli. This is a very important term, stimuli. Which are the things that play as stimuli? We will learn. They grow towards light. That means plant grow towards light. Sunflower turn and follow the direction of sun to grow. So here light and sun act as stimuli because the sunflower turn and follow the direction of the sun. That means here sun act as a stimuli. Leaves of plant like touch me not plant shrink when we touch them. So touching is also a stimuli to the plants. See, if you touch a touch me not plant, then its leaf will shrink. Next one is movement in animals. Humans and animals use their legs to move around, to look for food and shelter. Birds and insects also use their feet and wings to move. Some animals like snakes and earthworms use their bodies to move. That kind of movement is known as crawling motion or crawling movement. Non-living things do not move on their own. Like the rock can only be moved by your hand or by other means. It cannot move by its own. So it's a non-living thing. Of course. Next one, living things feel. When you get hurt, it pains. When you touch something hot or touch a sharp object, you remove your hand immediately as you feel pain. Animals also feel things with their sense organ. So what are the sense organ? Sense organ are the organs from which we can sense things like skin, and skin is the biggest sense organ in our body. If you are bitten by a mosquito, you feel, of course, you will feel pain. Next one, eye. Eyes are closed when you are exposed to a light source like the torchlight directing into your eyes. Then you tend to close your eyes. After that, a plant grows towards light. Similarly, a root grows downward to find water and shoot grows upward to find the sunlight, to reach to the sunlight. Next one, flowers also bloom in a particular season. We will learn about rainforest in the next slide. Non-living things cannot feel anything. See, this is a rainforest tree. What is happening here? The tightly packed trees grow rapidly to great height. This is because they are all competing for sunlight. So sunlight is here the stimuli for which it tends to grow bigger and bigger. The taller the tree, the more light its leaf will receive. So this is the example of living things like trees can feel, can grow and can respond to stimuli. So here is living and non-living things depend on each other. This is our next topic. So we all depend on each other. How? Non-living things like sunlight, air, water, soil are very important for us. Water. Water is very important for life to exist. It helps both human and animals in digesting their food. 70% of human body consists of water. Plants need water to produce food in their leaves. Sunlight. The sun is the main source of light, heat and energy. We get this energy to grow. Plants use sunlight, carbon dioxide and water to make their food in the process called photosynthesis. The sun also makes life possible by providing warmth. So can you imagine your life without water, sunlight? No, of course we cannot. So of course we are dependable on non-living things. Then the air. The air that surrounds the earth is made up of many gases. It contains oxygen, which all living things need to breathe. It contains carbon dioxide, which is required by the plants for preparing their food. Then the soil. The soil found on the earth contain a number of minerals. Living things need minerals for healthy growth. Plants absorb minerals through their roots. Animals and humans take in minerals by eating the plants. Hence, soil sustains life. That means, okay. Similarly, non-living things have made life easier and comfortable for humans. We cannot think or imagine living without house, clothes, electricity. These all are non-living things. So can you imagine without these things? Of course you cannot. That means living thing and non-living things both are dependable on each other. Learned about this, that is air holes on the body of insects, stomata, pores on leaves, chlorophyll, the green pigment in the leaves, lungs, a pair of organs in the chest with which humans and some animals breathe. Okay, so this is all for today. I will give you your homework. So read this chapter very carefully.